With the release of Dark Imperium, we thought it would be fun this week to show you some different colour schemes that you could paint the miniatures in the box. We're going to focus on showing you the main areas of colour on the miniature's armour, and then from that point on, just use the other videos we've done on Dark Imperium to fill out all the other parts of the miniature. But for the first one we're going to do, we're going to show you how to paint the dark green armour of the Dark Angels using a Primaris Marine Hellblaster. Now you can see the miniature I've got just here. I've sprayed it with Caliban Green, and this will work as both an undercoat and also our first base coat as well. And then what we're going to do is dry brush it using wire flesh, which is not vastly different from Caliban Green, but we'll start to build a nice soft highlight on the miniature. Then we're also going to dry brush it using Warpstone Glow, and then if you want to take it a little bit further, you can do by adding a recessed shade of Norn Oil, followed by a selective edge highlight of Warpstone Glow once more. But we're going to start out with wire flesh, and because I'm dry brushing it, I've picked a small dry brush for doing this. And to get the paint ready, what you need to do is get a small amount of paint on your brush, and then you just need to get something like a piece of cardboard, like I've got here, the inside page of the palette pad. And what I'm going to do is just use this to work the paint in amongst the bristles like this. Now it's very important that you only apply this paint very gradually, so you must make sure to get rid of most of it on the pad here. And once you're ready, all you've got to do is start angling your brush to start really catching those sharp edges. So kind of like this across the helmet, like I'm doing just here. Now the difference here isn't going to be vast, but it is important because you need this transition colour to build up towards the sharper highlights later on. So just take your time working across the miniature like this, building up this soft highlight. Now that colour's been built up, we're ready to move on to the next one, which is Warpstone Glow. And this is also going to be dry brushed on, still with a small dry brush, with much the same technique. But because this time the colour jump is much greater, you've got to be even softer as you apply it. So you can see I'm being very light here, and I'm being really selective just to get a soft highlight appearing on the forehead and the sharp one around those edges by angling my brush across them there like that. So really take your time with this stage, just gradually work over it like this to build up the highlights. At this point, the Marine's power armour is looking really cool, and you could leave it here and start painting in the remaining details if you want to. But if you want to make the model look a little bit cooler, what you can do is add a recessed shade of Norn Oil. And for this, what you do, use a small layer brush and look for recessed areas, such as just along the shoulder pad rim here. And all you do is paint the shade into the recess like that to make it stand out a little bit more. And this works particularly well if you want to make your characters really stand out from the crowd. And once you've done that, if you want to, you can once again take your miniature a little bit further by applying a selective edge highlight of Warpstone Glow. Now what I recommend you do here by being selective is find areas where you can angle your brush about 45 degrees, such as along the top of the helmet here, just to get that edge highlight really quickly and really sharply like this. If you can't quite get your brush to these details by doing this, it's probably not really worth highlighting it. Now for this, I do recommend you use a small layer brush to apply the paint. And here we have the completed dark green power armour for this Dark Angels Hellblaster, ready for all the remaining details to be painted in. The really great thing about this technique is it allows you to paint them very quickly, so by following this, you can have a really cool looking Dark Angels army in no time. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed that one. I'll see you again soon.